Hello and welcome back to The Hardest Job Ever. I'm Karen.
And I'm Purvi.
Today we're going to be diving into a topic that has been so real for both of us, our social lives after becoming moms, or more so, the ghost of our social lives.
Yeah. I used to have a social life, I feel. But now it's honestly just going to daycare drop off, seeing a mom, and being like, doing like the nod. Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
then proceeding on with your day. That's the extent of it.
Oh my God. Yeah, and let's not even talk about trying to make new mom friends. It's basically, I feel like dating, right?
Yeah.
And instead of wondering if that person likes the same music as you, it's like, do you also have a deep fear of the 8-month regression? Or, oh my gosh, are you also terrified of baby led weaning? Like that's all we talk about these days.
I honestly feel like it's worse than dating sometimes. Because I'm also just like, yeah, I want to make new friends, but also I'm like, I don't have the energy to make new friends right now. I don't want to talk to
Exactly.
anybody.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah,
perpetually exhausted. Like, how can we
exactly.
even do this? Oh.
Exactly. Let me just drop them off in daycare and proceed on with my day because I just can't.
Okay.
Anyways, so today we're going to be talking about a few specific questions and we're going to run through them. Um, and this topic is so near and dear to me because I feel like I've really struggled with this. All right, let's lay out the questions and then we'll kind of go through them. Okay. So the first one is we want to talk about the pressure to maintain old friendships and make new mom friends. How do we balance that and just to go about that, right? Okay, the next one is the struggle of feeling left out with your current friends, right? So when you're like friends that don't have moms, just continue living their life while you're here taking care of baby. That obviously will elicit some feelings, right? So we're going to talk about that. And the next thing is how we're attempting to figure it all out. Just how to balance new mom friends, balance your old friendships, and trying to keep it healthy. Okay. All right. Do you want to start off with the first one?
Yeah, so let's start off with the pressure to keep friendships going. When I was pregnant last year, all my friends were like, "Don't worry, nothing's gonna change. We'll come to your house. We can hang out with you there. Um, we'll come closer to you. We get it. Like snaps, all that stuff. We get it. We'll come to you." And I kind of believe them. I don't know that they totally knew what they were talking about, but I believe them, right? Like I thought, okay, this would all work out. They'll get it eventually if they just come frequently and they see. But I don't know. Once Layla was here, I realized actually everything does change because you're just in survival mode, right? You're like exhausted. You're just trying to pump, breastfeed, like naps, like literally Groundhog Day over and over and over and over again. And you're in a fog, right? And so the moment you do miss your friends, you're like, shoot, when's the last time I even texted my friends back, right? I feel like I have missed best friends' birthdays. I've just
Yes.
responded for like a week or two at a time. So it's just hard.
It is so hard. I like 100% resonate with that. What I really struggled with the first year of postpartum, Karen will tell you guys, I literally was not, well, I was not socially, mentally, emotionally available at all. So like I remember this so vividly. Right after having the babies, I was still in the hospital, and like you know how everybody texts you, and I probably had 200
Oh
unread
my God.
text messages
Oh
in
my
my
God.
phone and like all these Instagram DMs. And like immediately after having the babies, something switched in me where I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to text anybody back. And I didn't. I literally left all these messages. I felt so bad because a lot of them were really good friends, but I left all these messages unread for literally like 3 months. And then
Oh my
I remember one of my really, really good friends in Denver. He had texted me and was asking, "Did you have the babies yet?" And I had responded 2 months after, and I was like, "Hey, here's a picture of the babies. I'm so sorry."
God. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
gave birth and like the first 12 weeks, and you have two, right? The first 12 weeks are just freaking insane. Your whole body, both physically, emotionally, mentally, you're just like completely giving yourself to these children.
Yes.
It is so hard to do anything else. Like I don't know how you did this with two babies. Like you
I
are
didn't. I literally didn't. You just you don't, 'cause, you know. So it's just I really really struggled keeping up with it. After the year mark, I started you know replying more, trying to engage more with my old friends, but I'm still struggling here.
me too.
Like people, I still don't just respond for like 3 to 6 business days. Okay, so I'm still learning here. Um, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so real question. Have you made any new mom friends?
oh my gosh. I mean, seriously, everyone's like, you need new mom friends, and I get it,
Yeah.
but it's really hard to find them. Like, are we supposed to just walk up to other moms in the grocery store and say, hey, I see your baby's having a meltdown. Can we be friends? Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea how to do it. But I feel pretty lucky because in Seattle, there's something called PEPS. Um, what does it stand for? I think it stands for like program for early parent support. I don't know, whatever. PEPS. If you're in the Washington area, highly recommend it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Essentially, it's this like parents program where they match you with other parents who had babies around like the 6 to 8 week time frame of
Okay.
your child.
Yeah.
It honestly saved me. We would meet once a week for like 2.5 hours. Um, and we would just like vent. And there was each week there was a topic, right? It would be like breastfeeding is one of them, sleep is another, self-care, our husbands, etc. It was just so freaking helpful because these women truly got it. Like, because they were in it too. And we had a group text and we'd be texting at like strange hours in the night. It was just like literally my lifeline. And honestly, we still text a lot, even though we're all back at work. Well, now minus me, but um, and we're all sharing like tips and tricks about teething and all these things now, right? And like crawling. So truly it was a like godsend for me. Like I literally would not have gotten through my first 5 months postpartum without this group. Um, but I do want to call it that it's really different though, right? Like these
Yeah.
new mom friends, I mean, I don't know if it's actually friends, um, or maybe it's just like acquaintances. I guess I can't really
I know,
articulate it. What
like
I'm trying
I was gonna ask, would you like actually like go out of your like do you guys hang out in person? Like would you
Yeah.
do like play dates with them or like
Yeah, yeah.
with the
We do hang out. We do hang out, but and and like we get together like at least like the goal is like once a month or every 2 months, all of us. And it's really nice. It's just it's different because it's we all became friends because of the group and with kids. Um oh no, I'm hearing Layla cry.
Oh, it's okay. Do you want to end this?
Hold on. Let me check the
Oh,
Nana.
I hear her screaming.
Me too. Shoot.
Layla, girl, you only took a 30-minute nap. What up?
That
I
was
used to
really
hate it when the babies did 30-minute naps. I wouldn't want to fucking kill myself.
okay.
Oh,
Hold on. Dang it, she's crying. Wait, did she fall back asleep? She did.
good
I
job.
think
She just self-soothed.
yeah, she's been getting better at self-soothing, thank God. Sleep training has worked. Okay,
Oh,
I'm actually gonna let her be then because
yeah. And then we can cut it if she decides to wake up again. Yes.
Layla fell asleep. Okay, sorry. I had to check my
Self-soother
name.
over here.
She did it. She self-soothed. Oh my God. Sleep training is working.
Yes. We
Thank you,
love
taking care of babies. Plug. Oh my God.
it.
Oh, but okay, so back to the podcast. What I was saying was PEPS was amazing. I think what's really interesting though is, these are friends I've made because of PEPS, right? These are not like my best friends from childhood or from school or something like that, right? Like we have gone through this baby process together. And so we really only talk about baby things and nothing else.
Yeah.
And so I love that for my baby outlet, right? And like my panic texts and questions. But I mean, I'm trying to build my own identity outside of being a mom. And like when I'm in that group, I'm like only mom, right? And so I'm trying to figure out like how can I be myself,
Yeah.
like holistically, right? Like who I was before, who I am now, and who I am as a mom,
Yeah.
like 100% my authentic self with people. And that's been really, really hard to find. Like I'm so grateful I have my PEPS group. I think they're
It's so
wonderful, but it's hard, right? Like, and you were talking about your friends who are not moms, right? Like,
Yes, I was just about to go into that. That like
yeah.
actually is the perfect like opposite example of like my friends who are not moms yet. And I have many friends and many friend groups that are not moms yet. And you know, going on trips with them without the babies, and you get on the trip and you're like, oh my gosh, I miss my baby so much. This is the first time I've left them, blah, 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 blah. And they're just, all they ask is, how are the babies? And I'm like, good. And that's the end of it. And the whole trip, we don't talk about the babies. We don't look at the pictures of the babies or anything like that. So it's just, then I'm like, man, I really miss the babies. I wish I could talk to them, talk to my friends about my babies and how I miss them. But also I'm like, this is kind of a good like break from them. It's weird finding the balance. I do not have an answer to that. Yeah.
I don't either.
Versus
I don't
having a
either.
mom friend where you only talk about the babies.
Yes, yes. Like,
Yeah.
I think to relate to you too, like, there are times like first of all, I have to ask Akash to watch Layla so that I can go out and meet my non-mom friends for brunch
Yeah.
or whatever, because I can't do any evening activities anymore because of bedtime routine or
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm
It's a
going,
production.
right. And they're all like still going out at night, so they're hungover or
Yeah.
whatever, or they're just like, sleeping in, whatever it is that you can do, and I'm jealous. But when I do meet them, I also am so self-conscious about how much I'm talking about
Oh my
being a mom or
gosh. Same.
Layla. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, I think I spent like 5 minutes talking about her.
Yeah.
That should be enough now. Like focus and like talk about other things. And then in my mind, I'm like,
Talk
what
about other
other
interests. What
things?
did you guys talk about?
Yeah.
What did we talk about before babies? I don't know.
I'm like, okay, let me just listen. Like, let me hear about everyone else's lives. Let me just ask questions because I don't want to be talking about like babies the whole time, being a mom. Like, I don't even know how to steer conversations with people who I'm really close to and I love dearly. But if they're not a mom, I'm like, we're just not in the same life stage right now. And so I just feel like they don't understand how crazy this is. And I don't want to scare them either. Right.
Yeah.
Like, I also don't want to scare them.
Yeah, and you're not mentally in the same worlds right now, which sucks. Even though like these are some of your like closest friends, you still
Seriously.
have to be really mindful because I remember before I had babies, I literally used to be like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, the baby's so cute. I love it so much. Like I love your baby so much." But that's pretty much it. Continue on with my life. And yeah,
Yeah.
like so what else are you doing, you know?
Yeah, speaking of, right, like when I was before I was pregnant, right, I feel like I was so crappy as a friend
Oh shit.
for the moms in my life.
Yes.
Just like I just had no concept or clue.
No.
Like I did not understand what they were doing. Like I even think about my own sister-in-law or like my cousins in my life. Like I feel like I could have showed up. I could have been there more. Like I could have brought food. I could have like just texted every few days to be like, "How are you doing outside of baby? Like what do you need physically, right?
Yeah.
Like mentally, emotionally." Like it is so hard. I had no clue. I would get annoyed when people would like blow me off or like had to cancel plans. I had no concept. I feel so stupid now. Like now that I'm in it, I'm like, what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
gosh, like what the this
I
is
feel like a piece of shit. And I want to do like one major call out here where I specifically one of my really good friends from Duke. Um we met probably what in 2014. She was like a part of our crew. And then right after we graduated from Duke, she had twins. Okay. But this was young. This was like younger. This was probably her twins are probably like 4 or 5 now. But after that, we just kind of fell apart because she was a mom and I did not do my due diligence of checking in with her, being a good friend, and just trying to keep up with her. Just because I was like,
wow.
oh, she's in a different stage of life, she's busy with babies. But like, looking back on that, I feel so bad. Like I should have had that emotional intelligence to be like, hey, I'm here for you. I know you just had babies. I feel so bad.
I know. But don't feel bad. Like the
Yeah.
exact same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
There's this group of like four girls and like three of them all had babies within a year and a half or 2 years span. And we grew up together. And like I just had no idea what they were going through. And honestly, I was giving them their space because I thought they were busy. And
Yeah.
the crazy part is the moment I had a baby, they were all reaching out to me. They were like checking in on me, calling me, texting
Yeah.
me. Like when I went back to Chicago, like one of my really close friends who has a son went out of her way to like see me and meet me and see how I was doing because I told her I was taking like my first trip away from
Yeah.
baby and I was nervous. So all this to say, like, I don't know. Yeah, when you're not a mom, it's so hard to understand. And so I also want to be respectful of non-moms too. Like I understand they are not in it.
Right.
Um, but I regret so much
Oh
in terms of the way I've behaved in the past. And now my only objective is like show up for moms, especially new moms in my life. Like it is
yeah.
not easy. And for the especially for like first time moms, like man, like it's just so hard. And so to be there to check in, to like share knowledge, to like be a soundboard, so helpful.
Right, right, exactly. So yes, I agree. We need to do all that moving forward. But
Oh my
hey,
God.
now we know. You
Now
know,
we know.
and
You know.
you don't know until you're in it. You do not know until you're in it. That's all I gotta say.
I know. I know. I know. It's just, yeah, you really don't know until you're in it. And I think the other thing though, too, I'm just gonna add this like other thought that I have here.
Yeah.
Now that I am a mom, I don't know that I don't know, do you miss your old life
No.
when you were?
No.
You don't. Okay.
You
I don't
do?
think I sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I do. Like
Really?
I yeah, like there were days I could just go to the gym, go to the grocery store, not have to ask my husband to like watch Layla because I want to go do something, right? Like he and I used to go on dates all the time and I used to just go see my friends, have dinner, have drinks, hang out.
I know.
Like there's just more independence and that's gone.
Yeah.
And now I think it's not like I miss it all the time. I love like being a mom and I feel so grateful. It's so much fun in another way. But I think what I have now is more of this like constant FOMO,
Hmm.
like, I feel like I'm almost out of control, especially with, like, my friends who don't have kids, like, they're doing so many fun things, they're going out, they're doing things. I don't miss going out, don't get me wrong, I do not like staying out late.
Yeah.
The idea of, like, drinking now sounds exhausting and, like, ugh,
Ugh.
I never want that, like,
Ugh.
ugh, gross,
Yeah.
like, ugh, seriously. But yeah, I just have terrible FOMO, and my friends are not trying to exclude me, right? I know that the same thing for you,
Right.
but I feel like life is now just, like, baby all the time, feeding, naps, etc. And there was just like happy hours and fun dinners, and I'm like going out at night, and like just it just feels so
It
different.
feels so different. And just spontaneously taking all these like fun trips. Like I recently
Yeah,
had to say I've been having to say no to like a lot of trips just because like
yeah.
I don't have childcare right now. So I
Dude,
can't just
childcare.
like leave the babies and just go off on a trip, you know? So
Seriously,
it does,
seriously.
but like, and then I do get FOMO, but it's also like, I don't want my friends to stop living their life without when I'm
Yeah,
there. So I'm like, yeah, like obviously go on your trips. And I'm just like,
exactly. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
wish I could come. Yeah.
Okay. Another question for you.
Yeah.
Um, do you feel like any of your friendships have changed in a way that actually surprised you? Maybe for better or for worse?
Yeah.
And like, if you have an example, that'd be great. Because I feel like we've been just kind of talking about some of the hardships, right?
Yeah.
Wondering if there's maybe something more positive.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely have a good so to frame this up a little bit, I do feel like a lot of my friendships have shifted positively and negatively, I feel. Because negatively in the sense that like we've just drifted apart. I just like we're in different stages of life. I frankly just don't have time to keep up and I don't have time to travel to you or go on trips with you. But
Yeah.
on a more positive note, like some of the friends have really shown up for me and that's been really really cool to see. Like this past weekend, one of my friends, Pooja, I'll give her a shout out, she's awesome. She came into town and she stayed with us all 4 days and she was just so involved with the babies. It was so wild to see because oftentimes like you see your friends, they'll like engage with the babies for a little bit and then be like, here you go. But nope, she was in it. She literally was able to manage the twins on her own, end to end. And on your own is very hard. Like Karen, when you come over, I will throw you in there on your own and you will be like, oh, help me.
I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna be a real test. Can't wait for you to visit.
But yeah, she was managing them on her own, and like we literally, it was so cute. Her and I took them to the zoo together, and we did a little date there. Like they were just involved fully in our day. And I have this really funny video of her. of them waking up from their nap. And I'm like, I'm not going in right now. Like, give them like 15 minutes. And she's like, no, I have to go get them. I miss them. I'm like, all right, fine. You're going to go in there on your own. I'm not coming. So I have this Nanit video, a screen recording of her like picking up one of the babies. And then I'm like, oh God, she's like, she's not going to be able to pick up the second one. And then she just scoops in and picks up the second one.
Wait, I don't know if I could even do that. That sounds
Yeah. I'm like, for me, that took a
yeah.
lot of like a
Press.
lot of months and practice to do that. Yeah. So
That's
it was,
impressive.
so it's really cool to see from a positive angle too, how your friends like are showing
Yeah.
up for you. Yeah. It
Yeah.
made my heart so happy.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that so
What about
much.
you?
Yeah, I think for me, I feel like um I'm thinking, hold on. I had a thought and like it literally fled my mind.
It's okay. You have the classic mom brain right now. Thoughts are fleeting.
I had like a really while you were talking, I was like, oh, I need to talk about this. And
Yeah.
then now it's just gone.
Oh.
Words. Memories. Why? I hate this. Why? When does the mom brain go away?
It doesn't. The mom brain doesn't go away.
No, you're fully functional. I feel like
I am not functional.
now, I would be okay.
Literally during my meetings, I'm like, guys, what was I just talking about like 2 seconds ago?
I really had something good to share. Oh, this sucks. Okay, hold on. Give me like 30 seconds. Let me like meditate on this.
I'm just gonna say you get dumber after you have babies. No offense.
No, I don't like the idea
No
of that.
offense to anybody, but I have gone dumber.
No,
Yes.
she has not. Everyone, please know she has not. Okay,
I keep thinking I'm ranting right now about how I've gotten dumber. I'll also say like my siblings have also shown up quite a bit, not just like from a friend's perspective, but also I'm very impressed with my siblings and how they're able to manage the babies end to end.
and they're all younger than you, so
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's so great.
My
That's so great.
brother is a sophomore in college, and he's able to manage the babies end to end, which is quite impressive for a little teenage boy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I think my friendships have changed in a different way. Like I feel like the people who had babies before me have like just gone out of their way to help. My absolute best friend, shout out to Alicia. She like sent me in the mail a postpartum kit of all the things that I need. And it was like, you know, your nipple butter, your like diapers, all that stuff. Like that was the sweetest thing ever. I knew I like needed these things, but you know, I didn't actually like execute on it. And the fact that she got that all for me was incredible. Oh my God. And then not only that, when I ultimately had to have an emergency C-section, birth story for another episode, but I was like, what the heck? Like, what do I do now? Like, how do I focus on recovery? Because, you know, I had all this like vaginal birth stuff at home for postpartum recovery. But then in my like text group with Alicia and my other childhood friends, a shout out to my friend Lauren, she had a C-section herself and she sent me all this stuff too. And then you were reaching out to me to help me with like pelvic floor, physical therapy stuff. And that was so incredibly helpful, right? I remember like you and like I have another friend were just helping me understand how to log roll out of bed to like reduce the pain. And like truly it takes a village. I had no freaking clue. And the fact that like everyone's going out of their way to send me things, like checking on me, send me videos of how to log roll. Oh my God, like what in the world? I just above and beyond. I feel so grateful. I just remember thinking in that moment, like, I don't know that I could have done this without the people before me, right? Like I think about moms all the time, like our moms or grandmas, like there was no epidural. Like, how did they do this, right? But they had a village, right? And now that village looks different today, but oh my God, I feel so grateful for the friends that I've had in my life that have went before me and just shared everything.
Truly, there's no way I would be in a place of functioning if I didn't have that. Like my during my pregnancy, this is another story, but during my pregnancy, I was so tapped out. I was like, I don't want to do any nesting. I don't want to do my registry. So I didn't prepare at all. Nothing. We'll get into the details later.
Opposite of me.
Yeah. Okay. So my mill literally prepared the whole house, which was holy holy crap.
Ugh.
I can't, it was just wild. And then one of my best friends who, from high school, so I've known her for 20 plus years, I had kind of fallen out of touch with her, but then she reached back out when she found out I was having babies, and she's a mom of two. And she sent me all the essentials that I needed, similar to what Alicia did to you. But she sent me all like babies related stuff. So she sent me the Love Every play mat, which
Yes.
I didn't even know what that was, which is shocking. Yeah, at that point in time, I had no idea. I was like, oh, this is so cute. She was like, yeah, it's like the viral play mat. I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
So she sent me that, and she sent me like the perfect like bath towels that I still use, because she's like, all the bath towels out there don't do a great job, but these are like the ones that are like that I love, and burp cloths that I love. Like
Wait,
I
what's the
had
bath
had
towel?
none of this up until like literally at the until she got it for me, and I had no
Okay, fun
plans to.
fact. Everyone, fun fact. Okay, literally, Purvi gives birth to twins. She's in the hospital and she has nothing at home. So she's Amazoning while she's in the hospital bed to get the things she needs.
Yeah.
I literally, that is the complete opposite of me. Like, when she told me the story, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, this is insane to me. I
Yeah, I was
cannot.
like, oh, I need nipples for bottles. Yes, let me order that on Amazon right now.
Oh my God. And also, weren't you like, don't you need a, like, you didn't have a bra for pumping either?
Oh my gosh, that's a whole other story. I didn't know I had
No,
to
you
have
were
a
just
pumping bra. Nobody told me. So in the hospital, I'm literally holding the stupid pump like this the whole time
Okay, to be fair, I didn't really know either, but
until I
you
told
warned
you.
me and Alicia warned me, and I was like, again, thank God for you two coming before me because I would have just been like, what is
I
going
know.
on?
I know. Kavita, you should have freaking told me that, because I was that loser sitting in the hospital just holding my pumps. Yeah, and then I couldn't. It wasn't even like free 1 day delivery for my nursing or my pumping bra. I had to wait all the way until I got home. So it's for like 3-4 days I was holding the pumps. Like,
It's just, I mean, I'm so sorry. I would have done the same thing if you hadn't told me, right? If Alicia didn't tell me,
yeah,
again, I have two moms that were just so in it with, like right before me, and I'm so grateful,
yeah,
so grateful.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Great. That was fun.
But okay, let's wrap up today's episode. Um, I think it's time for
Permission to glow.
it's Purvi's favorite time
It's my
of day.
favorite time. It's my favorite time.
Um,
Do you want to go, or do you want to go?
yeah, I can go. I actually have something.
Okay.
This past weekend, it was my husband Akash's birthday, and we were just like, for the first time in so long, I think this perhaps we had our second date in 8 months, and we had
That's
a nanny.
huge.
I know we had our nanny come for 4 hours. We went to brunch. We hung out. We explored a new part of Washington. For those who don't know, I'm not originally from the Seattle area, and we moved out here like up 2.5 years ago. So everything's new, and so it was so much fun to explore and just really like enjoy quality time together without having to worry about naps and feeding and like food everywhere and all this stuff. And so it was just, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
I love that.
And I know, and it just felt like we connected again and talked about mm, like normal stuff for a little bit. Of course, Layla, because like,
A question: did you look at pictures of Layla while you were out on your date?
we like tried to keep her phone away actually.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Try to be present,
Yes. Yes. You have to be present. You have to. Be present.
Yes. That's my family goal, less screen
Yes.
time. Yeah. So, yeah, so I was just really grateful for that time and bless my nanny because again, it's so hard to do things without childcare.
I know. I know. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay. How about you?
Oh my gosh, I have not thought of a permission to glow, dude. I can't think of it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a fitness angle this time. Okay. So one of my goals this year has been to work out 3 to 4 times a week and wake up before the babies and work out, because I cannot work out during the day because that's ridiculous. So I have been consistently doing that for a month now, a month and a half since I got back from India.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, and I've been feeling much better. I do need to take a rest in the middle of my day because I wake up around 5:30, work out, prep daycare stuff, and then it's just like go, go, go. And then in the middle of the day, I kind of crash. So that's tough. But the whole working out thing, I'm feeling stronger. Like I lost a lot of muscle mass throughout pregnancy and after, which sucked. But now I feel like I'm getting much better, and I'm honestly training to be strong enough to teach spin again.
Yes, for
So
fun fact, Purvi was a spin instructor when we
yes,
lived in Chicago,
yes.
and she was doing that before Chicago too. But like,
Mhm.
it was so much fun to see her thriving in her
Yeah.
her back.
But yes, I am not strong enough to teach a full class yet. But that's kind of my long term goal. But right now, my goal is to just work out 3 to 4 times a week. And I've been doing that, and I'm glowing physically right now.
Yay! Yes. Oh my God. This is great. Like, we are just investing in our health, our wellness, our relationships beyond baby. This is so good. Look at us go. Look
Yes,
at us
we're
go.
crushing it. We're crushing
Yes. Maybe we can, next step for us is to make more time for our social life, right?
it.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
we
that's
try, we
hard.
try.
And honestly, okay, side note here, I didn't even talk about this. Most of the time, I don't even want to hang out with anybody. Like Dhruv is like you're a little bit different than I am, but from when I'm like done with my day, the last thing I want to do is go out and hang out with people. Like we have some really good friends in Houston, and Dhruv's always trying to make plans, and I'm like, dude, I no. But sometimes I just want to sit and watch TV. No,
Yeah.
sometimes 99% of the time. I don't have the bandwidth. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's exhausting. It is, but for me, I think it's different because like you're like Akash and I'm like Dhruv.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Dhruv is Purvi's husband. Akash is my husband. We joke because we essentially feel like Purvi and I are like our relationships in a way, right?
Yeah.
Like I am Dhruv, she's Akash.
Yeah.
Anyways, but whenever I'm with people, I just feel so much more energized. I feel like
Yeah.
more awake and more excited and happy. And so because if I'm like in it every single day and I'm just doing the grind, I'm like, I don't know, the Groundhog's Day thing just really gets to me. I
It
can't
does. You sound exactly like Dhruv, and you go a little stir crazy at home.
I do. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think some social life, no matter what, even if it's a little bit, it doesn't have to be all the time, is really healthy for us because
Yeah.
these relationships, these people that we care about, like they're in our lives, we need to maintain it. Like they bring us joy. We want to bring joy to them too. Like this is why
Yeah.
we've established and built these relationships. And so I just think it's important, to wrap up today's episode. I think we've realized that friendships in this specific season of life just look different and they have to. And that's okay. Like, it's okay if you're not the friend who can stay out till midnight anymore at the club. It's okay if your social life is just like sporadic texts or memes now. And it's okay if some friendships naturally shift. I think that's just normal.
That's normal.
And yeah, it really is. And so,
Yeah.
if you're feeling like your social life's kind of all over the place, same, same.
We out
But
here.
we're doing our best. We're doing our best. And that's enough.
Yeah, exactly. Keep thriving, keep glowing. And thanks for coming to the hardest job ever. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and listen to next week's episode.
Yeah. See you there.